Movie review number 1452 is Waltzing with Brando. Waltzing with Brando is a 2025 movie directed by Bill Fishman. So this movie has iconic Offense Productions, Deano Productions, 4 Hour Entertainment, and Billy Zane Productions. I saw this movie on September 20th, 2025 at Mariemont Video in Mariemont, Ohio. So, Brando, as in the actor Marlon Brando, you might have heard of him. He was in the Godfather series, along with many other movies. He even appeared in Superman as Jor-El, who is Superman's biological father. Well, this movie takes place during the period from 1969 to 1974, during which Marlon Brando was preparing to star in The Godfather and Last Tango in Paris, while making plans with Bernard Judge to create a paradise getaway on Tahiti. So basically, what happens is that during the late 1960s and 1970s, Marlon Brando has been making movies, while at the same time, he's living in Tahiti. He's trying to get away from Hollywood life. Now, he does have a home in Hollywood, but he also has a home in Tahiti, where he likes to spend a lot of his time. And this guy called Bernard Judge comes to see him, and Marlon Brando has an idea to make a home or a hotel on a island that is not like habitated. Like Marlon Brando has this idea of making a hotel and other things on this island that is uninhabited, and he wants to make a hotel and various other places there. And Bernard Judge is a little reluctant at first, but wants to help Marlon Brando with this idea. And so they get some people to help them, like construction workers, and of course they got the money from the banks to pull this off. And they think they can. Now, at some points, Marlon Brando has to figure out how to help pay for all of this. And let's just say this is one of the reasons why he decides to go star in the Godfather movie, as explored in Waltzing with Brando. Now, I won't go into much specifics, but let's just say that Marlon Brando has various ideas about living in Tahiti and having a home or a hotel to an island nearby. While at the same time, he's still starring in movies like The Godfather, The Last Tango in Paris, and you also see him starring in Superman and other movies. While at the same time, he wants to stay in Tahiti for as long as he can and to build a home nearby. And Bernard Judge pretty much helps him with that. So the question is, will they achieve the impossible? So I will also explain why Marlon Brando decided to I wouldn't say abandon all of Hollywood forever, but more like try to get away with it for a lot of the time. But it will be explored in the movie. So this movie has Billy Zane as Marlon Brando, John Heder portrays Bernard Judge, Richard Dreyfuss portrays Seymour Kraft, Camille Wasset portrays Mitchell, Ariana Huffman portrays Dana, Tia Carabelli portrays Madame Leroy, James Stradler portrays C.D. Knight, Rob Corddry portrays Drat Bellin, Sophia Mason portrays Maria Snyder, Rudy Fu portrays Alec Atta, David Cruella portrays Francis Ford Coppola, who was the director of The Godfather. Jessica Rizzo portrays Shireen Littlefeather, and Charles Venturi portrays Bernardo Bertosoli. So this is based on a memoir called Waltzing with Brando, Praying a Paradise in Tahiti by Bernard Judge. So, the guy who wrote this memoir appears in this movie, but John Heller portrays him. Interesting. Now, I've heard of Marlon Brando from The Godfather and Superman, but I didn't really know much of his life. Now, the movie does include a segment where Marlon Brando does win the Oscar for The Godfather, but it does show a scene, which I did saw on the internet, on how Marlon Brando refused the award and have a woman take this praise and telling the audience that Marlon Brando can't make it tonight and he doesn't want to accept the award. There was actually a scene about that. And there's other things that happen in this movie that detail Marlon Brando's life and why he decided to make The Godfather, Superman, and other movies. But it would be interesting to see if Marlon Brando and Bernard Judge can pull this off. Pretty neat, though. It's a pretty good movie. So that's my movie review of Waltzing with Brando. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.